Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am going to be testing out some new drops from Sephora. And yeah, since most of my things that I have here that I picked up are like base related, I already have my eyes done. So right now I may look a little off center because super glam up here, super naked down here. But we're about to fix all of that right now. So if you want to see the products that I am going to be testing out, first impressioning, then make sure you keep on watching. I'm going in with my Ola Henriksen, what is this, Banana Bright Face Primer. I didn't pick up a primer, so, ooh, I put on a lot too, girl. Didn't pick up a face primer, so I just need to throw a primer on. I think I haven't used this one in a minute, and this will go with this kind of eye look. Alright, so let's get into the new stuff. I have the NARS foundation. Yes. This tube is frosted, so you can't see the real shade. It looks a little gray. In stores, I was like, I don't know if any of these colors are going to work for me. And then I realized, oh, the tube is heavily frosted. But even then, I was looking at the shades, and it didn't look like my old shade, the shade that I use in the Naturally Radiant, would actually work for me. So I went up a shade and I went to, Maca, what is this? New Caledonia Deep 2. So that's what I have here. And I'm going to apply this with a brush because I want it to be a little bit more full of coverage. And I'll show you how it looks on my hand. It doesn't look too dark for me at all. It looks like it's going to be perfect. It looks like it has some pink in it though, so I don't know. We'll have to, yeah, this shade, the shade that I usually go with, Macau, would have probably been way too light. And I'd rather play it on the safe side anyway. Oh yeah, that is perfect. Wow. That is perfect. The shade. Oh my goodness. Wow. That shade. I didn't even look at the coverage because I'm so impressed with how well this shade is working out for me. And you know, you can't sample stuff in Sephora anymore, so it's all like a gamble. But it feels so light. Like I don't even feel like I'm putting anything on my face, but I see the coverage. It appears to me to be with like one and a half like spurts to be a medium coverage foundation. I didn't really read into the coverage, and I probably should have, but I know that I like the NARS Natural Radiant, so it was like a no-brainer when I found out they were coming out with a soft matte. And to me, soft matte describes this really well. Like, it's not a natural skin finish, and it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really look too dry. So yeah, I still see my imperfections. I haven't really covered them, but these are going to be hard to hide anyways because these are like literally protruding from my face. Only thing I'm going to say, I already don't like this dispenser on it. I just feel like it's going to get messy inside the bottle, and it's going to over pour. Next, I have the talk of the town, honey, this new Rare Beauty from Selena Gomez. The only thing that I picked up was the concealer, so that's all I'm going to be trying out from the collection. I got it in the shade 430W, which was described as like a deep with a warm golden undertone, I believe. So let's go ahead and see what this is hitting on. Hopefully it's hitting on something lovely because the price was definitely right for this. I don't want to overdo it because you never know. The doe foot thing is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Well, it's not a doe foot. It's like, it's pointy. Like, you see how it's like pointed at the top? It's a slant. I'm not used to that, so that's a little different. Let me find me a concealer brush, honey. This appears to be, I know this brand was supposed to be like a Your Skin But Better type of feel. This is actually feeling a little bit full coverage for me. This concealer is pretty thick. She thick. And that's how I like it. I could have went with a lighter shade, but this is a good shade for me, like a nice natural shade. But it's not super lit, especially compared to the foundation that I went with. Oh, she blends out. She has some playtime too. You see how that sat on my forehead for a bit, and it actually moved. Some concealers you just simply cannot do that with. Honey, she will sit and she will stay and be there all day. Alright, so far so good with this concealer. I think this is a great coverage from my personal preference. It has a natural finish, which is a little bit more radiant than the soft matte. Obviously, it looks more skin-like than anything. Again, I haven't read these descriptions for the products. I'm kind of just winging it on how it feels on the face, and it doesn't feel dry and it doesn't feel dewy. So I'm going with a natural, I'm getting a natural finish from this, but a full coverage. So it doesn't look cakey or anything like that, and it isn't starting to crease yet either. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is this Mercier translucent honey powder. I haven't restocked on my regular translucent one, so I was so happy when it came out with this one because it gave me an excuse to buy another setting powder. I have so much that it was hard for me to be like restock the regular one I have, but since we have a new shade, she can do that. So I'm just going to, I got the mini one because I don't like to waste products, so I know that I can at least probably finish this. Oh, this is a nice shade. I love this shade. It's not actually like too light like a banana, obviously. This shade should have been a thing. Like, girl, what was we waiting on with this one? So I did lay this on pretty heavy, and I probably would not do that. Oh snaps, I just dropped it and wasted my good powder. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I laid it on pretty heavy because it's a look for me. I just need to see how it goes. Okay, I can't get too excited because we all know this can go completely downhill once I try to go wipe this away. And it's gonna look a little powdery while I'm putting on the rest of my face. But remember that the setting spray is gonna cure all of this powderiness. Let's go ahead and pull out my next product, which is the most expensive thing that I have up here, and also my first time trying it, is Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade Deep. That is a mouthful, honey. Does this look deep? If I can open it and show you. Heck no. It looks like it is going to be super gray and ashy on me, and that makes me nervous, especially because I just like saturated my face in that Laura Mercier honey powder. So we're going to see. Y'all seen a couple people use this and stand by it. Hopefully they're right in that it just melts into your skin and like kind of transforms to your skin tone. So we're gonna see. I'm just gonna set my whole face with this and see. Okay, she's a bougie powder. She's very light. Reminds me a lot of the Sephora Micro Setting Powder. Let me put on some setting spray. Alright guys, so I am back, and here is the final look, the final base. I think it turns out really, really well. I'm thoroughly impressed so far initially with how this look turned out. I will take a few pictures probably later on just to see how this Miss Tilbury looks. Hopefully she doesn't leave me looking gray or dead. But yeah, I like this so far. The foundation is dry. It dries down nice, but it doesn't make my face feel dry. The Laura Mercier has to be my favorite from today. Like, we already know Laura Mercier is just the translucent setting powder works wonders. So having a shade that is more inclusive for girls with light, well, medium to deep skin tones is the bomb. Rare Beauty, this was like the most shocking to me. I didn't know how I would like something like this because, to be honest, I don't know, it seemed to be all the hype. I mean, Sephora had it the day it released, and it was like a big campaign, a lot of marketing, because it's Selena Gomez. So I was unsure about how the products would actually be, but I am impressed with the shades that she chose for her line, foundation and concealer wise. Like, I think it has a nice range. This concealer is really good, in the price, y'all, like, this has to be like one of the cheapest brands at Sephora. Has to be, because I think I only paid like $19 for this, which is decent, and it's considered affordable for Sephora. That's the affordable side of Sephora. Like, all of those things make this a great product to look into. Like, definitely gonna keep testing that out to see how it wears throughout the day. But initially, I am impressed with Selena. You go, girl, you go. And what else did I try here today? Yeah, like I said, the Tilbury, I like the way it finishes. Like, I looked like, I don't know, it looks finished, like it's all brought together. Now we'll have to test it in the flashback. It looks kind of ashy, but under the lights through my camera, it doesn't look ashy, so we'll have to see. But yeah, it doesn't look ashy or gray. It doesn't give me a gray undertone from anything that I can tell from my camera. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for you guys today. Thanks for sticking it out with me throughout this whole video. If you have not subscribed already, make sure you go ahead and do that. Hit the like button, and I will see you guys in my next video.